Welcome back to the evening show. You thought it was going to stop in the morning? Did you think that the news stopped? No, we got more big news. Crypto is popping off lately. There's money to make in a lot of different places. It's not financial advice. But the potency, the potentiality, it keeps building whether people like it or not. It's all about having that visionary eye and knowing what to do. This article here, oh yeah, this shows you we're starting to reach that mainstream adoption point. Just my humble opinion, but this is from Palm Beach Group. Let me say it again. This is from Palm Beach Group. You know, when it starts reaching these mainstream companies and entities, that's when mass adoption is right. Wait, what's that? Mass adoption is right around the corner. And it says this: tokenization will potentially unleash 100 trillion. Look up there. That's the moon. Yeah, but we're adults, so there's no boys here. So we're not moon boys. But that's the moon, and that's the rocket taking off. Wait. We wouldn't be down here looking at the rocket, right? We want to be on the rocket. Some of us are because of what we hold. Tokenization will potentially unleash $100 trillion opportunity. You know, got my finger looking good. It says this: that means stocks, bonds, titles of ownership, real estate, music rights, collectibles. Whoa! Ric Flair, I had to get my Ric Flair out. Everything of value will have their ownership's rights secured by a blockchain. And we've heard that before. But it sounds so good coming from a mainstream entity. Whoa! They can't help it. We can't help it that we're the best. We can't help it that we're so good. And where will most of that go? In my humble opinion, it'll go through the bank coins or utility coins like Solana and Chainlink. They're with us now. Yep, they're one of us now. But we can't help it. Woo! We can't help it that we're custom made. You should know where this is going, right? That we're custom made. We can't help it. Woo! That we look good, smell good, can dance all night. But I love Ric Flair, man. I met Ric Flair one time in real life. I didn't even know I was standing right by him. It was at a Comic Con. And Rick was right here, right? And somebody was like, hey, they tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, Mick. I was like, what's going on? They were like, is that Ric Flair? Rick was just sitting, just relaxing, chilling. And they were like, is that Ric Flair sitting next to you? They whispered in my ear. I looked over. I was like, oh. Listen, I grew up watching wrestling. Oh, yeah. And Rick was major. And right next to me, sitting down at his table, was Mr. Flair. And Mr. Flair was super cool. Little random tidbit here. He got up from the table, right? Came over, like I shook my hand. I have the pictures and everything. This is back when I was young and I was cooking. I was doing a lot of good business when I was younger. Oh, yes, I was. Shook my hand. Told me a couple things too. That was very, very powerful for me in my youth as far as being a businessman. Anyway, I got more Ric Flair stories, but we'll talk about that another time. It says anyone will be able to trade the rights to assets they own. And this is what we're trying to tell people. It's about to get big. A lot of people leaving crypto right before crypto gets big. We're still in the nascent phase. But let's move on from here. Okay. We got a lot of articles to get through. We got about 1, 2, 3. For the people out there that think the video is one article, I want to make this clear in a lot of upcoming videos that every video that I put out is multiple chapters, whether it's 2, 5, 10, 16, multiple articles. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 articles here. And if we can get through all of these, it'll be 9 chapters in this video, 9 articles. Let's move to this one here, more big news. So this article here is titled Ripple and Butan CBDC Partnership to Enter Pilot Phase in 2024. Things are beginning to heat up a little bit. Maybe This is going to sound funny. Maybe it's heating up a lot a bit. You ever heard somebody say that? Like when we were little, people used to say stuff like that. A lot of bit. You ever heard, what's a lot of bit? It says here, the plan for this next phase was detailed in a policy brief detailing the key agenda to transform the Bhutanese economy into a vibrant and self-sustaining one, with the central bank digital currency or digital ingultrum a key part of its plans. The Apex Bank is optimistic the alternative currency can truly make a difference to the average Bhutanese. But you have to extrapolate. So if it can do that for them, it can do that for a lot of other places. Now, what did that other article say? That there were multiple countries involved with Ripple CBDC projects, although yet they haven't all been named as of yet, but that's a good thing to hear. We have hundreds upon hundreds of banks, multiple countries. They claim some governments, we'll see how many of those are actually put into play. But the future is extremely bright. It says here, the Bhutan CBDC project started as early as 2021, with Ripple Labs playing a frontline role. Obviously, and I'm going to insert this here, obviously XRP is the best of the best of the best. All right? Can't help, because we're the best. Just can't help it. So that, I do expect XRP to come into play at some point as the go-to bridge currency for the new financial system for all massive money payments, all large transactions. And then Stellar and Algorand can handle the rest. You have all the different connector pieces like Quantum's in there. Obviously, Chainlink is in there now. They're in the game, folks. And they can do their job connecting things. We'll see. We will see if Flair, because I know I have a lot of Flair enthusiasts out there. I have a good bag of Flair myself. Just been sitting on it, And we'll see if Flair plays a role. They have to show me something, but things have been looking good as of late with all of that F-asset stuff that they're testing now on whatever that testnet is. So everybody's roles are being developed very well so far. It says here, Ripple and Bhutan Central Bank have carried out a needs assessment to highlight how a digital engultrum will benefit the masses. After completing this needs assessment phase, the project went on to carry out the CBDC design and scoping. All right, we're going to stop there with that one. Things are looking good. Let's get to another article here. So now this one, we just need to read the headline. These headlines keep popping up. It's very interesting. There's a large crowd that really is on board with this. This article is titled, XRP aims, not a guarantee, aims to handle transactions surpassing 1.2 quadrillion. I'll say this also, over the years, I've heard some very brilliant minds lay out diagrams, lay out timelines, lay out all the information that one might need to come about this 1.2 quadrillion over time. It doesn't happen instantly, although I would love it to happen instantly. But this article says surpassing 1.2 quadrillion, requiring a $10,000 price. Now, if you agree with that, that's up to you. I'm not telling you not to agree with it, and I'm not telling you to agree with it. I'm simply reporting. That's all. All right, that's all. But wow, I'm seeing this over and over and over again. And hey, they keep talking about trillions and trillions and trillions, and I just want to see what happens when everything is unleashed. We have to get past this crazy SEC, the sycophantic SEC, and then we'll really see what everything is made of. So now let's move on to another article. I just wanted to read the headline off that one. Let's move to another article here. This one is titled, Ripple set to gain from Binance's debacle as XRP price rally could send market cap to 35 billion. So XRP is moving up. Binance is having all types of problems right now. You know what they are. It says here, as witnessed by the recent rise in XRP price, it wasn't too much, but it was like, I saw it up to 64. Anybody see it higher than that? Let me know. Ripple has overcome every obstacle on its way to becoming the world's 5th largest cryptocurrency. The native token of the world's biggest crypto exchange, Binance Coin, on the other hand, has been moving in the opposite direction. It says Ripple has witnessed considerable growth since the beginning of the year, fueled by the anticipation of a result of the lawsuit it was facing from the SEC. That ruling came in July. Well, we still have a ways to go. And that's really the big thing, is just closing this out completely, because that's what the banks said they want. And I'm here for the banks. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm here for. That bank money is always on my mind night and day. And we have a lot of them. We can take more. I'm not settling for 500 or 600. No, not at all. I think we can get thousands. I know, in my deep within, I know we can get thousands of banks just by the verbiage of the banks, just by how much they're hurting, right? And they didn't turn away from XRP. They said, hey, we're willing to use it when you're completely clear of the SEC problems. So now, they don't have to honor their word. Let's make that very clear. But at least we have that opportunity. They're leaving the doorway open. They don't have a choice. If not, there's a lot of them going down. They're finished. They have a year or two before more banks, a lot of them, in a catastrophic fashion go down. And there's liquidity problems and regulatory problems everywhere. And they don't want to get gobbled up by the big banks. They don't. And the liquidity problems in the financial industry are so insane that even Blackstone, right? There are a lot of companies that are turning away from Blackstone, not BlackRock, Blackstone. If you better learn about that if you don't know about them. But turning away from Blackstone Mortgage Trust, because even they are having liquidity problems. So the liquidity crisis continues to build. And if you want to know more about that, just type in something like Blackstone Mortgage Trust liquidity crisis, and then you'll see some articles pop up on that. So we are going to dominate Stellar XLM. In my humble opinion, you don't have to agree. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I don't need you to buy XRP. I don't need anybody to buy XLM. All right, let me make that clear. This is not an influencer channel. All right, but I believe we're going to dominate XRP, XLM, Algorand. Once again, I saw more articles on Algorand about the United Nations thing. So apparently it's not just their main staff that is going to be trained by Algorand, but a lot of their other agencies or whatever you call those little offices that they have that do different things. They're also going to be trained by Algorand. So Algorand is going to shine. Then on top of that, look at what they're doing with the banks. The banks are now starting to build partnerships and corridors with each other out of Italy. Well, Algorand dominates Italy. Algorand's going to shine. Where people don't believe it will, they will see. Just like last time, people thought Algorand was trash. Oh, Algorand is trash. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yep. Oh, because they said it to me so much. Oh, Algorand is trash, Alpha, and then it exploded. Thank goodness I walked my own path and kept my Algorand at that time. And it went boom, 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 boom. And I believe it's going to do that again. And you know how much people have to understand this. Since these prices have been so low, just like I feel like this is like a repeat, at least, of the buildup to that last bull run in 2021. The prices were so low. But this time, we're coming in with massive amount of experience, and people have stacked a ton of strategic coins. Ton. So this time, it doesn't even take a crazy price for people to make insane gains. So this is why a lot of people are like, I want this bull run to really, really pop off. Even though we're doing well with a lot of different assets. But no, there's some assets that are going to do better than others in a true bull run, and that's what we really want. So anyway, let's move on here to this next article. So, little Chainlink news, because Chainlink is, if you didn't see those videos yesterday, I think it was the evening video where I ended it off with a Chainlink article. Watch that one right there. Holy smokes, Chainlink is gonna go ballistic. I think I put that in the title as well, because that's exactly how I felt. It says this: over 11 million Link staked in half an hour as Chainlink staking V0.2 early access goes live. Chainlink is going to skyrocket in the future, in my humble opinion. But let's read this little tidbit. Yeah, I got a nice little bag of Chainlink I'm going to hold on to. One, I got a little bag I can play with. I got a long-term bag. This is early access to Chainlink staking V0.2 has gone live, and more than 11 million Link were staked in the first 30 minutes, according to a statement. The early access launch follows last month's 9-day, quote, priority migration period where existing V0.1 stakers could transition their staked Link and rewards to the new version. Chainlink staking V0.2 comes with an expanded pool size of 45 million Link. Decentralized computing protocol Chainlink is crypto's most popular Oracle network that provides external and real-world data to blockchain applications. Every time I think about Chainlink, I don't know why, I think about Quant. I do. I think about Quant, and I saw Quant go up to, I think it was $111. Starting to build a little bit because Quant was consolidating for a long time. That's interesting. And I'll say this, I know some people believe XRP will go off the hardest, the fastest. I can respect that given the historical charts, but I'm going against that. I believe Quant will go off the hardest. There's only 14 million Quant. Let me say that, not billions, 14 millions. There's less Quant than there is Bitcoin. When Quant draws interest, when institutions really begin using Quant systems, I won't say it will. It's not a guarantee. It can skyrocket. So it's always on my mind. So to see it just go up that little bit, I'm like, whoa, are we building towards something here? I think a lot of it has to do with liquidity coming out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you see, they're really playing with Bitcoin. It's been consolidating, just going sideways, go up a little bit to 44, then go down a little bit to 43. That's people, that's day traders and swing traders taking profit, right? So if Bitcoin goes up more, then more liquidity will come out of Bitcoin and they will play in other coins. But we have to wait and see what's going to happen. You know, there was a lot of positivity behind Bitcoin fueling it. But lately, there's been a lot of FUD. They have been going hardcore against Bitcoin as if the mainstream wants to bring it down. So I think there's a little bit of that battle going on. I think that's why it's consolidating a little bit. Hopefully the FUD does not win and Bitcoin go up a little bit more, and we can see a little bit more out of this rally in the markets overall. You know. So now let's move on to a little bit of Solana news. All right, so this article here is titled, let me scroll up, Solana's NFT marketplace booms with Tensor in top spot. I'm very bullish on NFT market in the future. NFTs is going to be different, very different, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities. But it says here, in my humble opinion, the NFT trading platform Tensor, which launched earlier this year, has taken the #1 spot in Solana's NFT marketplace, overtaking Magic Eden in trading volume on the network. Over the past month, Tensor has seen an NFT trading volume of over $1 million, almost double Magic Eden's, according to the analytics platform TXO. This means that Tensor makes up an estimated 60% of the total NFT trading market on Solana. Listen, all that matters to me is that the Solana system ecosystem continues to be healthy, and I can continue to make money with Solana. It's looking extremely bullish, like it could go up a lot more in the future. I do agree with all of those I won't say all of them, but the sentiment of the majority of bullish predictions for Solana, I believe, yes, it can go up significantly and it will dominate in the future. And there's enough room for Ethereum and Solana and other smart contract platforms. There's a lot of great ones. They're not stepping on each other's toes. They all have their own markets. For example, Algorand is mostly with the banks and financial institutions as a smart contract platform. Then you have Solana is pretty balanced, and you have Ethereum doing what it does. There's enough money for everyone is what I'm trying to say. You know, I always say that. So now let's move on here. I'm going to skip the Polygon article. Let's go here to this European Central Bank article. You already know I'm bullish on Polygon. They're always doing a good job. They're becoming stronger and stronger. This article here is titled, European Central Bank says crypto assets may be acting as legitimate store of values. What? Are they beginning to bend the knee? Because it sounds like it. The same ECB that has been rallying against regular cryptos for the longest time is now saying, hey, they're legitimate stores of value, which we always knew. You see how they lie all the time, then they got to come back and tell the truth? Because now, well, they've been doing a poor job, the ECB. Europe is in trouble. They haven't done their jobs. Europe is looking at a depression, although they're going to call it a recession. It's going to be, if it's a harsh recession, it's a depression. So who the heck is listening to the ECB at this point, right? But that's how I look at it. But see how they have to come back and tell the truth because it's undeniable. But to have them say it, it's very powerful. I just wonder if regular people are going to hear that. This is European Central Bank says that Bitcoin and other digital assets have been playing the role of a store of value for many people around the world. Not to mention, it actually makes people gains instead of letting their capital die in savings accounts. And now, look, there's a lot of great places to park money, a lot of them other than crypto. But crypto can be, if one knows the correct projects, can be somewhere to park your money and act as a store of value. Yes, it definitely can, and make some good gains. This is in a new report on the global and local drivers of Bitcoin and crypto. The ECB names 3 things that are driving the adoption of digital assets in emerging markets and developing economies. All right, so if you want to read that, you can check out that, that particular report. We're going to end off here with a little bit of, is this gold news? I believe it is. A little bit of gold news. It is titled, Central Bank Gold Purchases Remain Strong Through October. It says this, I told they're going to keep buying. They're buying it for a reason. Central banks have extended their strong summer buying spree well into the fall, adding another 42 tons of gold to their official reserves in October, according to the latest report published by Krishan Gopal, senior analyst, EMEA at the World Gold Council. Quote, central banks' gold buying slowed in October, but did nothing to alter the overall trend of robust buying that has captured the attention of gold investors, unquote, Gopal wrote. Quote, reported global net purchases total 42 tons during the month, 41% lower than September's revised total of 72 tons, but still 23% above the January-September monthly average of 34 tons, unquote. The future is extremely bright for gold. Man, I want those banks to go down. I really do. I want those banks to collapse. Yes, I'm not making it any secret. I want them to collapse because, see, we've seen gold go so high in the last 2 weeks. I want to see it go higher. Oh, yeah, I definitely do. I want to see it go higher. And if those banks go down, then it will be sustained higher. Oh, man, we're doing so good right now. Oh, I love it. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? If you made it this far, please click that like button. Let's go. Let's go, home team. Let's go. Let's go, home team. Let's go. Click that like button, home team. Hey, man, love you all out there. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, wait, what do I usually? No, I'm kidding. I know what I'm about to say. Let's get to the Monday.